All right, good morning. We'll call to order the May 27th, 2026 meeting of the Indiana Alcohol and Tobacco Commission for escrow hearings. I will note that we have a quorum. If you are on your computer or a smartphone, please mute yourself using the microphone icon. If you called in on a landline or a cell phone, you can use *6-7 to mute. You will need to unmute when we call your name. Please also remember that this is being recorded. If you are on video, you are being recorded. If you don't wish to be until your permit is called, that's fine. You can turn off your camera until that time. When we call your permit, we will ask for what steps are being taken to make the permit active. We will first call RR0639169 Sugar Bay LLC.
Good morning, Greg Gendrick with Bradford and Riley here for Sugar Bay LLC.
Good morning. I'll have you take our oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the testimony you're about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, so tell us what's happening with this permit.
This is Sugar Bay. Sherry Jenkins, who also owns Noah Grants and Tipsy Mermaid, is planning a breakfast lunch concept in Zionsville. Probably opening, they're thinking maybe towards the end of the year.
So they're ready to go, is that correct?
They're in the stages of signing the lease. It was, I believe, the old Cohatch space up there. So requires some renovation, but she is committed to it. Spoke to her last week about it.
But things are moving forward at this point, right?
Yes. Is
there anything further?
No, sir.
Okay. Under RR 0639169, I move we grant the third year of escrow for Sugar Bay LLC from June 20th, 2026 to June 20th, 2027. Greg, the drop date is September 18th, 2029. So you've got time. So I'm glad you're moving forward. We'll also show for the record that this is underlying permit RR 0639167.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next permit is RR 4911649 WDW Incorporated.
This is the old Diamond Chips Lounge on Pendleton Pike, closed a couple of years ago. They're still looking for a location, but are also open to accepting offers to sell the license. So they're kind of got a foot in both boats, one trying to open the place up or two selling it.
Okay, that sounds good. I saw that they had a fire and have to find a new location. So this will be the fourth year that we're granting, and it'll be from July the 2nd of 2026 to July 2nd of 2027. The drop dead date is August the 13th of 2028. I'm sorry, it's June the 13th of 2028. I can't read the small print. I'm going to go ahead and move for that fourth year of escrow for RR 4911649 WDW Inc.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next item is RR 2942140 Harmony Steakhouse Carmel LLC. So
this is a restaurant up in Carmel. Yeah, but they are virtually down the restaurant, basically waiting for timing to open, probably be late summer. But the restaurant is done. It's a matter of getting it wrapped up just to open.
So what percent are you finished?
I'd say they're probably 90% done on the inside.
Okay. And then
He basically opened that restaurant down. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. You speak, please.
He just opened up a restaurant downtown. He's had several open in the last year and a half. He's just trying to basically catch up before he opens another restaurant. but he's there. He's got about virtually built out. It's just a matter of, opening it later this summer.
And then afterwards, they'll submit a final floor plan to the excise officer?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I move to grant another year of escrow to Harmony Steakhouse Carmel LLC from July 21st, 2026 to July 21st, 2027 with a drop dead date of 4/15/2030.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. And Greg, I don't know if you saw, but Lone Pine Rising was only in their second year of escrow, so we took that
Yes.
one off the agenda.
Great. Thank you.
Anything else today, Greg?
Nope, that's it. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Next permit is DL 1533575 Acme Aurora LLC.
Yes, good morning, Madam Chair, members of the commission, Mark Webb here on behalf of Acme Aurora. This permit is yes, I'm sorry, yes.
That's all right. Do you solemnly swear or affirm as the case may be that the testimony you're about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, now tell us what's happening with this
Okay,
permit.
sorry. Okay, so, and I am joined here with my client, Adam Kennett. So this is a planned grocery convenience store in Aurora. It has an address with an improved building at 530 Indiana Avenue in Aurora. So Indiana Avenue, for those not familiar with Aurora, Indiana Avenue is one block off of US Highway 50, which is the main drag through Aurora. It's a big 5-6 lane wide state highway. And this 530 Indiana Avenue, the rear of it abuts to property that then has a major amount of frontage on US 50. So my client bought that property as well and has already obtained permits, plans to take the entrance which faced Indiana Avenue and to make it face US 50, where it will be much more conducive to the industrial traffic that moves through there. In the meantime, a short while ago, the Indiana Department of Transportation installed a giant steel guardrail along US 50 along the entire frontage of that property. So it makes it impossible to access that property now, which is it's two parcels, but it comprises one big parcel of land, makes it impossible to access it through off of US 50. So now we are having to deal with NDOT to find out what's going on there and what we need to do to restore access to the property from US Highway 50. But other than that, he has obtained permits. He's got his building plans. He has continued to move throughout this, but the plans had called for changing the main entrance from what will be the back of the store to basically rotating the entrance 180 degrees. And now we're having to get in inner discussions with NDOT to find out what's going on and what it will take for us to ultimately be able to realize this potential. So I believe I got that, Adam. I believe I got that right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so anyway, we are now dealing with the Indiana Department of Transportation to try to get access restored to the property.
It sounds like one arm doesn't know what the other arm is doing. The city didn't know and gave you a permit, and the state came along and undermined that. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it.
So you're fighting that now. How long do you think it will take to resolve that issue?
Well, I would like to tell you, unfortunately, sometimes the wheels at the state in NDOT move kind of slow, but I would like to see that we be in a put up or shut up position within 12 months. So we're definitely going to be ramping up. We're ramping up our efforts now to actually go to start with council's office and kind of work our way through that and see if we can get a meeting in place so that we can get this resolved. But it seems to me that we ought to be able to resolve it.
I agree. The equity here seems to land in your lap.
Thank you. Yes, we would agree.
Okay. Well, this would be the third year of escrow, Mark. It would be from August 7th, 2026 to August 7th, 2027. So there's time. The drop dead date is August 7th, 2029. So there's time. I hope you have success with the Department of Transportation. Do you have a fallback plan, Mark, in the event that worst comes to be?
Yes, property, here's the issue. You can still access the property, and that's going to be their main argument.
Okay.
We can access the property off the perpendicular and also off of Indiana Avenue. The problem is that those streets are not wide streets. So when the trucks come in to make deliveries, we're just looking at traffic jams, trying to get heavy vehicles in. And the other big thing is going to be getting our big construction vehicles in and out for renovations. It won't make it easy, but we will figure something out. We're not going to abandon ship here.
Well, as usual, you thought through and worked well with the barriers to overcome them. Good luck to you there. Anything else, Mark?
Nothing from us, Your Honor.
All right. Under DL 1533575, Acme Aurora LLC, I move we grant the third year of escrow from August 7th, 2026 to August 7th, 2027. Looks like it'll be a year or so before they get things resolved and can move forward. Drop dead date is August 7th, 2029. I so moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries.
Thank you very much. And that's it for me.
All right, thank you. Next permit is DL 29-33093 US Liquor Group LLC.
Good morning, Madam Chairwoman. Alex Intermo for US Liquor Group.
Morning, I'll have you take our oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the testimony you are about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, tell us what's happening with this one.
Yeah, so this was formerly 21st Amendment at Range Line and by City Center up in Carmel. The site was demolished. It's been an escrow since then. The client actually had this permit entered into an auction not long ago, but the reserve that they wanted was not met. And so they are still actively seeking a buyer for the permit.
Okay, good to hear. The update sounds like they are actively working on trying to sell it. They're not planning on putting it into active use. They're still pursuing the sale.
They bought all of the 21st Amendment stores several years ago now and have sold off a number of those, and so don't have any plans to open a new store with this permit.
Okay, thanks for that clarification. So this would be the fourth year of escrow. And let me back up and say, on the request form that we got this time, they listed a date that's a little bit different for when they closed. An earlier form that we got listed September 1st of 23 as their start date. And that's what we've been going with for these last 3 years. But on this form, this time, we got March the 11th of 24 as the date that they went into escrow. So unless there's some other information you or your client send to us, we're going to stick with that September 1st, 23 date for the start of escrow. And then it's tied to the expiration date of the permit. So the 4th year of escrow will be March 1st of 2026 to March 1st of 2027. That'll be what I'll move for here in a second for this permit. And then the drop dead date will be September 1st of 2028. Just wanted to clarify that with you. And I'm going to move for that 4th year of escrow for DL 2933093 US Liquor Group LLC with the dates already noted.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next permit is RR 2941840 Won't Stop Operations LLC.
Yes, so
And
this
they have
was,
sorry, Alex, they have a
Sorry.
second one, which is RR 0641846 Won't Stop Operations LLC. We'll call both, but tell us about Hamilton County first.
sure. So the Hamilton counties over in Fishers, as was pretty public in the IBJ and others, Martha Hoover sold to a different group to run the Patachou and the various restaurants. This was a permit that was slated for a new location in Fishers. However, with the new ownership, that location, those plans have been changed. And so they are now seeking a buyer for this permit. Unfortunately, the market's a little soft right now. And so they haven't had much interest, but are still working and sending out feelers to our brethren in the alcohol space to see if someone has a client that would be interested in buying this permit. So we'll continue to do that and hopefully have this permit under contract soon.
How about the Boone County one now, Alex?
Exact same story, Your Honor.
Yeah.
We are just looking for a buyer, and I think the Boone County permit is even softer market than Fishers. Over in Whitestown, as much growth as Whitestown has been experiencing. But so we're hopeful to have that under contract soon.
Okay, anything further, Alex?
No, sir.
Okay, these are the same time frames. For both of these, it's the 5th year of escrow. So I know you are aware of this as your client. The drop dead date is August 17, 2027 for both. So they still have a little more than a year to go. But as you said, the market is soft right now and things will move quickly. So just so they're aware of that, okay?
Thank you.
Under RR 2941840, along with RR 0941846, both regarding Won't Stop Operations LLC, I move we grant the 5th year of escrow for both dates being May 5th, 2026 to May 1st, 2027, both with a drop dead date of August 17th, 2022, 2032.
27.
27.
Second.
Yeah.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next permit is RR 8238253 Franklin Street Operating LLC.
Good morning, Scott Bedwell on behalf of Franklin Street Operating.
All right, we have an older POA, I think, on this one. Scott, I'll have you take our oath. Do you solemnly
Yes, ma'am.
swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the testimony you are about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, so tell us what's happening with this permit.
So this permit was active for a short period of time in 2022. It went into escrow in 2023. The property where it was located was sold to Liberty Credit Union in Evansville. It's now in a pending location status. I spoke to the owner, Mr. Christopher Brown, and he's decided to sell the permit. He's actively working with a realtor in Evansville. The good thing is there aren't that many three-way permits available now in Evansville, so he hopes to sell it within the next year.
Okay, that sounds great, Scott. I'm sure you're aware of this, but it will get its 5th year of escrow today. And that'll be from
Yes, ma'am.
July 18th of 2026 to July 18th of 2027. And if needed, they can come back and ask for a short period of time to January 16th of 2028, which is the drop dead date.
Yes, ma'am.
Hopefully they'll be able to get it sold in the next year. Glad to hear the market's a little better there, and hopefully that'll move quickly. And I'm gonna move that we grant that 5th year of escrow for RR 82-38253 Franklin Street Operating LLC.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Scott, while we have you, do you
Thank
have any
you.
others today?
I think that's the only one I have. You guys have a great day. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, you too. Alex, do you have any others today?
I do not. Thanks again. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Alex. All right, next permit is DL 2933114, Ender Inc.
It's me. Hello?
Yeah, are
I'm
you here
here.
are you here for Ender Incorporated?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll have you take our oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the testimony you are about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, so tell us your name and how you're associated with Ender Incorporated.
My name is Bola Singh. I'm a president of Inc.
All right, and what's happening with this permit to make it active?
You know, we did sign up the lease, and we had applied for a transfer to the new location. I'm just waiting for a blessing of liquor control ATC. See, hopefully once we get that approved, we probably will take 2-3 months to open up.
So this is a currently operating building, or is it vacant right now?
No, it's a vacant building. It's a new plaza, and we just signed the lease about a month ago, and we now had application for a liquor board hearing for transfer location.
When did you file that transfer of location?
I think about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And is the building itself requiring renovation? And if so, how long will that take?
I said between 3 to 4 months. It's
So
a
not
brand
too
new
long.
building. It's a brand new building. Just need to get ready for liquor store.
Okay. So maybe by the end of the summer?
Yes, sir.
And where is this in Hamilton County?
It's in a Fisher over at 104 and Olio Street.
Is there anything else further, sir?
No, sir.
This would be the 4th year of escrow. I move we grant the 4th year of escrow for DL 2933114 Ender Inc. And that escrow to run from March 22nd, 2026, March 22nd, 2027. The drop dead date, sir, for your records is March 22nd, 2028, but it sounds like you're moving along.
Yes, sir.
I second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you so much for everyone.
Next permit is DL 2933193 Hy-Vee Incorporated.
Good morning. This is Rob Wadley with Hy-Vee.
All right, I'll have you take our oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the testimony you are about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, and tell us how you're associated with Hy-Vee,
I am the director of real estate.
right? And what's happening with this permit to make it active?
So unfortunately, this project's being slowed down by another site that we have. We believe in when we enter a large market like this, we should have one more store opening, more than one store opening at the same time, just from like labor, advertising, distribution, just the whole market share perspective. So the little slowdown on this one, and I do have some good news afterwards, but we're in Fishers, we're waiting for that Oleo 136 roundabout to be completed. They're reconstructing it. The good news is they're saying it's going to start any day now and be completed by the end of the year. So a little bit of our infrastructure is going in with that. We're giving them a little detour, which is we're building some of the roads so they have a different detour to 136th Street from Oleo. So a little bit of infrastructure is going in, but before we open a large store like what we're proposing, we want to make sure the infrastructure is in, but so we have a smooth opening. So
Okay, that sounds good. I'm glad to hear it's moving along. Sorry you're having to wait on the city to finish some work, but hopefully
No.
that'll be done here soon. I noted you do have the property, right? Everything's settled on it.
oh, what's that?
You do own the property, everything's ready to go on the property.
That's
Thank you.
correct.
So what we're granting today is the 4th year of escrow. It'll run from May 17, 2026 to May 17, 2027. Doesn't sound like you need that, but you have that time if needed. And the drop dead date is May 17, 2028. Don't want to get to that date because the permit would revert to the state if you reach that date. And I'm going to move that we grant that 4th year of escrow for DL 2933193 Hy-Vee Inc.
Second. Been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next permit is DL 3933162 Stone Grove Properties LLC. Is there anyone on for Stone Grove Properties LLC?
Consent to move to the end.
Consent.
All right, we will take that by consent, that we will call it at the end of the agenda. Next permit is DL 6133664, Parkville Singh. Is Harkaville Singh on?
Consent to move that one to the end.
Consent.
We'll show that move to the end of the agenda by consent. Next permit, DL 6233717, Shri Umiya Nav DE LLC. This one, I received a request since we've been in here to continue that to the June 23rd, 2026 meeting. The preparer is getting a power of attorney.
Consent.
Consent.
All right, we will show that continue to June 23rd, 2026. Next, we will call, well, I will note that the Smith Entertainment Group LLC and Margarita Factory Mexican Cuisine LLC, we've already received requests to continue, which have been granted. So the next permit is RR 3940100 Rivertown Eatery Incorporated. Is there anyone on for Rivertown Eatery Incorporated?
Consent to move Rivertown to the end.
Consent.
Consent. We will show that move to the end of the agenda by consent. Next item is RR 4531454 Fat Burrito Restaurant Incorporated.
From the string here.
Yeah, we are.
Consent to move to the end of the dock.
Consent.
Consent. We will show that move to the end of the agenda by consent. Next permit is RR 4531988 Barajas Geo Incorporated.
My goodness, consent vote to the end of the docket.
Consent.
Show that move to the end of the agenda by consent, see if we can get a winner here. We'll be good with this next one. RR 4539801, the Belmont Family Limited Partnership LLP.
Morning, everyone. Jared Tauber from Tauber Law Offices on behalf of the permit owner.
Morning, I'll have you take our oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the testimony you're about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, tell us what's happening with this permit.
Sure. So my client purchased a building in downtown Highland up here with the intention of putting a restaurant in. He has since remodeled and gutted the whole building. But during the course of this, he purchased the building next to him, which they're attached. And so he is now remodeling that side and still does not have a clear consensus on what tenant he's going to get in there, but it's going to be a restaurant. And he certainly plans to have this permit in use before the time runs out.
No timetable yet, Jared, on that?
I would hope that sometime this year, he would have a tenant in there and be collecting rent for his sake.
Well, lots of movement for you, building and buying and leasing and remodeling. So I hope things go well for you.
Thank you.
Is there anything else, sir?
That's it on this one.
All right. On RR 4539801, the Belmont Family Limited Partnership LLP, I move we grant the 4th year of escrow from May 17, 2026 to May 17, 2027. Jared, the drop dead date on this is May 17, 2028, so you have time. But this also applies to the underlying permit on this, RR 4539800.
Thank you.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next permit is RR 4539909, Loyalty Ova Everything LOE Limited Liability Company.
This is me again. This is a restaurateur who currently operates a couple of different restaurants in our area. He was able to purchase this permit from the state back in 2023 for St. John. He has every intention of opening a 3rd location out there. He just hasn't found the right spot yet. If you're not familiar with the area up here, St. John, although it's growing, it's been pretty limited on spaces for restaurants. They're really limited to one stretch of US 41. So he's still actively looking to find a location to rent, to place this permit and make it active, but there are no set plans yet to have it active at this time.
Okay, thanks for that info. That what they would get today is the 4th year. That's from May 22nd of 2026 to May 22nd, 2027. And the drop dead date would be May 22nd of 2028. I know you'll let them know the dates they're up against, and hopefully they'll be open within the next year. That'd be great. And I'm going to move that we grant that 4th year of escrow for RR 4539909, Loyalty Ova Everything LOE Limited Liability Company.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Jared, do you have
Thank you.
anything else with us?
That's it.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Two.
Next permit is RR 4539819, Trailside Pub and Grub LLC.
Yes, this is Attorney Amanda Hires on behalf of the permit owner.
All right, good morning. I'll have you take our oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the testimony you're about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, tell us what's happening with this permit.
Well, this permit was purchased directly from the commission. They also purchased a building and they have been remodeling it for quite some time. It was an older building, so there were some historical issues that they ran into, as well as the fire safety from the state. So they're determining whether or not they're going to be grandfathered in. So they are still working actively to make this permit active within their period of escrow.
Amanda, where is this, in Lake County?
This is in Highland, Indiana.
Island, okay. So you're still undecided on how things are gonna go with this, and no projected date of
Well,
opening?
they had hoped to be open by last summer. Obviously, that did not happen. They are still hopeful that they're working with an architect as well as several well-respected construction businesses in the area. So they're hopeful that they're still going to open by the end of the year. But unfortunately, there were some things that happened that were out of their control that they have to mitigate. And so they are still working actively to get this permit into active status.
Okay, I mentioned that, Amanda, because this would be the fourth year of escrow. Their drop dead date
Correct.
is, you have enough time, for your records, it's May 22nd, 2028. So there's still plenty of time, but as we know, those things, when you run into historical issues, and it can be complicated, but you're well aware of
Yes.
that, I'm sure.
I sure am. Thank you so much.
Okay, is there anything else, Amanda?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Under RR 45-39819, under Trailside Pub and Grub LLC, I move we grant the fourth year of escrow from April 19th, 2026 to April 19th, 2027. Again, the drop dead date is April 19th, 2028.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next permit
you.
is RR 45-40201 Maytag Properties LLC.
That is also mine.
All right.
Amanda
Barry
Hires on
Swanson.
behalf of the permit.
All right, tell us what's happening.
Well, this, much like Mr. Tauber indicated, they're looking for a location. It's one stretch of 41 that has most of the rentals. And so there is a bunch of new construction that has been going on for quite some time. And so we're hopeful that we can land a leased premises for this location. He had another permit that was put into use about a year ago. He purchased them at the same time. So he's hopeful that, like his other permit, this one will be in use soon.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear he's got one in use, and hopefully now he's got more time to pay to this one and get it in use. Sounds like you said there's some new construction going on. That'd be awesome.
Yes.
This one is like your last one. It's going to get, it's going to receive its fourth year of escrow. That is from June the 15th of 2026 to June 15th of 2027. There is a drop dead date of July 18th of 2028. And I'm going to move that we grant that fourth year of escrow for RR 45-40201 Maytag Properties LLC.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries.
Thank you. That was
Any other
everything. Have a great day.
All right, you
Thank you.
too.
Thank you.
Next permit is RR 48-34346 747 Premier Group LLC.
Yes, Etika Robinson here.
All right, good morning. I'll have you take our oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the testimony you are about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, and tell us how you're associated with 747 Premier Group.
I'm the manager there.
Okay. And tell us what's happening with this permit to make it active.
So what's happening? As you may know, we had caught fire on the business in July of 2024, and it took us some time to get reconstruction plans and approvals from the state before we could move forward on renovations. And then after that, we had to get approvals from the city. So as of now, we have did interior demo, a little bit of structure, the roofing. We kind of just took it away from being an eyesore because it was an eyesore because it had significant damage. So the plan is we're still moving forward on renovations. So we're hope to be up and running within another year or so.
Well, you've run into some hard times. I hope they've settled down and you can move forward now. So you're thinking about a year you might have things done?
Correct.
This would be the third year of escrow. The drop dead date is in July of 2029, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. Is there anything further that you have?
No, thank you.
Okay, we have a conflict that we would like to resolve. I don't know if we can do it today. Our records show that the escrow started on July 1st of 2024, but in the recent form, it was filed as July 15th, 2024. That's only a 2-week difference, but it is a 2-week difference. Do you know which is correct? Was it the July 1st or July 15th?
It would have been the July 15th.
Okay, then we will change is that okay if we change our records accordingly?
Yeah.
We're gonna change our records then to show that the first escrow started July 15, 2024, but leave it at the March 28, 2025. And we'll leave the other dates the same. This would be the third year of escrow for March 28, 2026 to March 28, 2027. But it will change the drop dead date to July 15th, 2029. If you would make that notation, please. So we're going to continue to go with your July 15th date, but the year of drop dead is still 2029 that date. Do you have any questions about that?
No, thank you.
Okay, then I move we grant this third year of escrow under RR 48-34346 for 747 Premier Group LLC at the dates previously indicated.
Second. Been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries.
I have a
Thank
quick
you and
question.
good luck.
Okay. Is there any way I could have a quick question? I know it looks.
Yeah, we'll try. If not, we'll direct you to your permit processor.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to the permit processor.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Next permit is RR 4930352 Crystal Catering LLC. Is there anyone on for Crystal Catering LLC?
This is Teresa Downham with Crystal Catering.
All right, I'll have you take our oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the testimony you are about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, so tell us how you're associated with Crystal Catering LLC.
I'm the CFO for the company.
All right, and what's happening with this permit to make it active?
Well, it's gone through a bunch of different, after COVID, we never were able to get the facility that was tied to it back up and running. And then we lost the lease on that facility. We attempted to sell it, but then found out after putting it through escrow and renewing it a few times that the potential buyer had a criminal history and wasn't able to transfer it to their name. So now we are back in trying to just keep it ourselves and looking for a property, probably downtown or somewhere within the permitting, address that we can move it to. We've just had problems finding an address that we could host catering events that is large enough that we would have the on-site kitchen and the required dollar amounts to support the retail permit.
Okay, do you have a time frame on when you may be able to open?
We're right now looking for options. The problem is places we have found either already have a liquor permit or they're outside the the jurisdiction, like they're in Speedway or they're
Right.
Hamilton County. So we're trying to find something within Marion County.
Okay. Do you have a date?
I'm
on when you
hoping
might-
I'm hoping by the end of the year or early next spring. We're just waiting for something large enough to become available.
Okay. I know you all have been open for a long time and have lots of experience. So what you would be granted today would be the 4th year of escrow. That runs from April the 1st of 26 to April the 1st of 27. And then the drop dead date is January 1st of 2028. Don't want to get to that date because the permit reverts to the state and you lose the investment in the permit. Just make
Correct.
sure you know that date you're up against.
Yeah, thank you. We are going to either get something open or I guess try to sell it to someone reputable.
Yes. Yes. And I move that we grant that 4th year for RR 49-30352 Crystal Catering LLC.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
Next permit is RR 64-38935 SPAG LLC.
Hi, this is Ryan Richardson representing BAG LLC. How's everyone doing?
All right, I'll have you take our oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the testimony you're about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, so tell us how you're associated with SPAG LLC.
I manage the license for them, and we're all working hard to figure out, as this one's coming towards its life of escrow. This was originally a downtown Valparaiso license for a facility and an establishment that was downtown Valparaiso. And then since then, the lease fell through because the intent was just to operate the restaurant and license in the existing spot. But then the lease was not able to be renewed. And so then that's what put it out to, just for site selection. And since then, it's been, just a couple different hiccups in different manners of either trying to find a space downtown Valparaiso, or as this is a permit that can be used in the greater Valparaiso area, not just downtown. Some non-downtown sites were explored, but then those weren't able to be utilized as well. So vigorous site selection is underway to try to, because the intent is to put it to use. We operate pizza restaurants in some other Northwest Indiana towns, and so the intent is to use it, but as the drop dead date's getting close, I was going to ask for clarification as to what that date is, but if it came down to it, would look to sell as well, but still looking to place it and get it into activity. So
All right, Mr. Richardson, I don't see you listed on this permit as either a manager or having a power of attorney. So for this hearing to be valid, you either need the manager's questionnaire on file or to have a power of attorney with the commission. So we can vote on it today, but we'll reschedule it if we don't get that documentation. We'll ask that be submitted by Friday, well, that's only 2 days from now because we're on Wednesday already. We'll say by June 2nd, and if we don't see it by then, we'll reschedule this again for another escrow hearing.
I apologize for that. I thought there was a imaginary questionnaire on file, but no, I can certainly fulfill that request ASAP.
All right, thank you.
Do you know how to do that, Ryan? Do you need help with your processor?
I'd be able to handle that. Thank
Okay.
you, but no, I can get that knocked out. That's just an oversight on my part, so I do apologize.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Well, that's pretty important because this is the 5th year of escrow. So you're up against it not only with what your site issues are, but with that time frame. And we have one issue to clear up on the starting date of the escrow. So there's some things we need to talk about. But the first and most important right now for you is getting that manager's questionnaire on file, okay?
Sure. No, I'll handle that right away.
All right. Secondly, let me discuss the escrow form. Originally, we showed that it was open and then went into escrow on August 1st, 2022. At the most recent escrow form, it was suggested and stated that the actual date of escrow was February 1st, 2022. There's a big difference there, and it affects, since this is the first year or fifth year, how much time you have. Can you clarify whether it was August 1st or February 1st of 2022? And you may not be able to do that now.
No, I can provide documentation if needed, but it would have been the August 1st, the original August 1st of 2022 should be, because it was closed then on the end of the summer of that year of 2022. So that would have been set that as the August 1st.
Then on the most recent escrow form, it may have been a mistake, confusion, dates or whatever. I will ask that you file a revised escrow form stating that the date is not February 1st, 2022, but August 1st, 2022. Can you do that for me?
I'll do that as well, sir.
And again, that's important because that's a 6-month difference in how much time it can remain in escrow. Right now, our records show August 1st, 2027, which means you have just about a year to go. If that is moved to February, it's much shorter than that. So if you can make this a priority to do those two things, get the manager's questionnaire and get the revised escrow form confirming that the date that it went into escrow was August 1st, 2022, all right?
Yes, sir.
I know you're sitting, it looks like you're sitting in your car somewhere taking notes on all this.
Yeah, no, because well heard, so I can jump on this, both of these points, right away and get.
You've been very kind and responsive, so I appreciate that. Is there anything else, Ryan, you'd like to say?
No, and so just to clarify, given the escrow, the date it went in escrow, what would be then that I can report back as to the drop dead date for the permit?
But I'd like you to do that at the same time that you do the manager's questionnaire, but the drop dead date we will continue to show as August 1st, 2027.
Sure. Okay.
All right,
well, no problem. I'll provide. No, that's all I'd have then.
Yeah. If you can get both of those forms by June 2nd, I'd appreciate it, okay?
Oh, absolutely. No problem there.
Anything else, Ryan?
That's all. I appreciate everybody's help.
All right, thank you for your patience. Under RR 64-38935, SPAG FPAG LLC, I move we grant the 5th and final year of escrow from October 19th, 2025 to October 19th, 2026 with a drop dead date of August 1st, 2027. Again, subject to getting those forms by June 2nd.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Next permit, we have one to add, and that is RR 2204079 TW Indiana LLC. This permit was previously considered twice, failed to appear, went through the denial, but we've heard from them. They're on now. I'll have you take our oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the testimony you're about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, so tell us your name and how you're associated with TW Indiana LLC.
Yes, I appreciate the time today. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak to the commission. My name is Logan Nadolson. I work for Tumbleweed Restaurants, and we operate as TW Indiana LLC. I'm representing our State Street location. That location, the property owner sold, and that building has since been torn down. We started going through a process with a partnership that we have with a group in Salem, Indiana. They wanted to build another Tumbleweed, and so we've been looking at locations. New Albany was one of the areas, since we had an active liquor license, that we were excited about pursuing. Since then, that has shifted towards Madison, Indiana, and so we started looking for a buyer. We are actively seeking a buyer, and we actually currently have a buyer that is securing a lease at 628 State Street in New Albany, Indiana. And I was just hoping for enough time to complete that sale. That sale should take place within the next month or 2 months. They're finalizing their lease. As soon as we secure a site, we are going to complete the forms to complete that sale, but they need to have that active lease first.
Right, so it sounds like everything is on track for this. We show that the drop dead date or the final day to make this permit active is April 1st of 2029. So you have some time, but as you know, things can move and shift and change. So just be aware that something has to happen with the permit before that date. I will move to approve third year of escrow from January 31st, 2026 to January 31st, 2027.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
I appreciate your time today.
Recalling permits, we will recall DL 3933162 Stone Grove Properties LLC. Is anyone on for Stone Grove Properties LLC?
I move we show this as the first failing to appear, set it for the next hearing for escrow on June 23rd, 2026.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Recalling DL 6133664 Parkavel Singh.
I don't see anybody on. I'm going to note the first failure to appear for this one. Ask that it be rescheduled for June the 23rd, 2026, which is our next escrow meeting. And that is for DL 6133664 Parkavel Singh.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next permit to recall is RR 3940100 Rivertown Eatery Incorporated. Is there anyone on for Rivertown Eatery Incorporated?
I note that this is a first failure to appear. I ask that it be rescheduled for our June 23rd.
This is the second.
Second
to appear.
Second failure to appear. I will note that it has been denied for escrow and ask that it be reset for our next commission meeting for consideration of the permit. And that is for RR 3940100 Rivertown Eatery, Inc.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. You said the next commission meeting.
Next escrow, or I'm sorry, the next commission meeting.
Could we set it out to June 16th so we have time to get
Sure.
notice of the denied escrow out?
Yes, June 16th for consideration of the permit. Escrow is denied.
Second to the amendment.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next permit to recall is RR 4531454 Fat Burrito Restaurant Incorporated.
Hi, Alex Kutanowski here for Fat Burrito.
All right, I'll have you take our oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the testimony you are about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, so tell us what's happening with this permit.
Thank you. So attorney for the Fat Burrito, and we recently closed on a location, a purchase of a restaurant location where the owners plan on putting this permit into active status. Have not received a update yet as far as a timeline on any remodel, but I would anticipate within the next 6 to 12 months that this permit would be activated.
And where will that be active, Alex?
They just closed yesterday, so I don't even have the address.
Okay. Okay. All right, is there anything further? I'm going to assume no. Alex, this is the fourth year of escrow. The drop dead date is June 21st, 2028, so you have time on this. Is there anything further you want to say, Alex?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, under RR 45-31454, Fat Burrito Restaurant, Inc., I move we grant the fourth year of escrow from June 21st, 2026 to June 21st, 2027. Again, the drop dead date is June 21st, 2028.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Alex, you know this, but just as a reminder, this is currently location pending. So once you have that address, we can start the transfer process, then it'll make things at least easier on that end when they're ready to open.
Yes, thank you.
All right, with that, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Thank you, Alex.
Hello.
Next permit is RR 4531988, Barajas Geo Incorporated.
Yes, good morning.
I see them on, we can barely hear you.
Yes, good morning. This is Teresita Barajas. From the Gaviota Supermercado hasta Gaviota Mexican Restaurant.
All right, we can barely hear you here.
I cannot hear you.
Can you maybe move closer to your phone or your microphone?
Okay, can you hear me better?
Barely.
Okay, let us.
Are you on your phone? Can you turn the volume up?
No, we're on the computer system. Can you hear us? We're on the computer system.
A little bit better.
That's better. We see both a phone number and somebody logged in on a computer.
Yeah, we're logged in on the computer.
All right, we can hear you. Whoever's speaking now, we can hear very well.
Okay, yeah, this is Teresita Barajas from La Gaviota Mexican Restaurant.
All right, we can hear you better. I'll have you take our oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the testimony you are about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, so tell us how you're associated with Barajas Geo Incorporated and what's happening to get this permit active.
Yes, we are two partners, my husband and myself. We were active for almost 9 years. And unfortunately, I have a couple surgeries, big surgeries, and we went to the point to close our restaurant, hoping to come back after I had my first surgery. But unfortunately, I have a heart attack and I have an open heart surgery the following year, and then we asked for another year an escrow. We were planning to reopen last year, and unfortunately, my husband had an accident, a motorcycle accident. And now the plan is to open in September. I don't know how long does it take to have our license active again.
Okay, so let me start with the drop dead date, and that would be December 24th of 2027. So you do have some time. What we would be granting today would be from May 21st of 2026 to May 21st of 2027. And I'm sorry to hear about all the surgeries and accidents and everything that you've been through. It sounds terrible. But September, if you're planning to open then, that sounds great. Best of luck on that. Any other questions about this?
Just only to know if you, in this case, you guys will send us the physical permit to put it on the on to show it on the place, or we have to. I don't know how long does it take to have it here.
So when you're ready to open, you'll contact your excise officer and they will come and do a final inspection, or you send a floor plan affidavit and then you may open. So a few days for that.
Perfect.
So besides that, I think when you're ready, get in touch with excise and they can get you through the final approval to open.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate your time.
And I move that we grant that 5th year of escrow from May 21st, 2026 to May 21st, 2027, noting the drop dead date of December 24th of 2027. And that is for RR 4531988 Barajas Geo Inc.
Second. Been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, is there anyone on for escrow hearings today?
I am, Stone Grill Properties.
All right, we will recall permit DL 39333162 Stone Grove Properties LLC. I'll have you take our oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm, as the case may be, that the testimony you're about to give the commission will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, so tell us your name and how you're associated with Stone Grove Properties LLC.
Joe Pettit, owner.
All right, and what's happening with this permit to make it active?
Well, I'm not exactly sure which one this is. I have two. Is this the liquor store one or is this just the restaurant one?
This would be the dealer permit, so maybe the liquor store one.
Okay. Yeah, we are working on getting this permits for Brooksburg, Indiana, and currently there is no zoning that allows commercial real estate in Brooksburg. So my attorney's trying to work on getting some zoning change so that we can put the actual liquor store in Brooksburg.
So you have a location, but it's not zoned for this kind of business. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, Brooksburg's a really small town. They actually have no commercial zoning. So he's working to get that changed to where they actually, but I do have a location that he's working on getting zoned commercial, yes.
Have you purchased that property? Do you have a contract, or what is the circumstance with the real estate
I
itself?
have it's an option to buy for, with the, understanding that he gets it changed to the zoning changed.
So it's the owner's responsibility to do the zoning, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
But you're working with.
I've got the attorney doing the zoning change, but.
So while he's responsible, you're doing the work.
Yes.
I don't want that job.
Yeah.
Or someone else is responsible to do it, you're doing it.
Yeah.
But, how long have you been working on this, sir?
He's been working on it for about 6 months now. I think we're pretty close to getting something resolved. I mean, if we extend it one more time, if I don't get the zoning change, then I'll probably just give the permit up because there's no reason to continue it on if we can't get the zoning changed.
And do you have a timetable then for that? You say you've been working on it for 6 months. It look like it might happen by the end of the summer or anytime?
Yeah. I'm hoping by the end of the summer that we can get something resolved.
Okay, the reason all these questions, sir, is this is the 4th year of escrow being considered. So you're running out of time. You've got plenty of time. You have almost 2 years, but it's taken you a long time now to move this on. And again, this is the 4th year. You think you can get things moving on this?
Yes, I do. Like I said, I do. If I don't get it moved, if I don't get nothing done, resolved by this year, then I probably won't even renew the permit because,
And did I understand you to say that there's probably no market to sell this permit?
there's probably, if I can't get it, if my attorney can't get it, zoned, then there's probably no market to even sell the permit too.
All right, Mr. Pettit, I just want to raise one additional issue. So it looks like you hold restaurant permits and the packaged liquor store permit in the same corporate name. So that's prohibited in Indiana. So before you open or we move forward with operations of the liquor store, you will need to transfer the liquor store to a different corporate name. We'll send you a letter on that to clarify. I just don't want you to be caught off guard by that at the point you're ready to open.
That information. Yeah, I was unaware of that. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll send you a letter on that.
That's just, now I can own more than one restaurant permit in that name, right? But just not a liquor store and a restaurant?
Correct. It's just owning the liquor store and the restaurant in the same corporate name.
All right, I understand. Thank you.
Yep.
Just what you need, another complication, huh?
Yeah, well.
That's life, right?
Yeah, that's the joy of owning the businesses.
Okay, Joe, is there anything further you want to say?
No.
Then under DL 39-33162 Stone Grill Properties LLC, I move we grant the 4th year of escrow from April 18th, 2026, April 18th, 2027. Again, the drop dead date is April 18th, 2028. You've got plenty of time for these complications, but they're kind of mounting on you. I hope things are able to work out on the zoning that you can move forward on this. That's my motion.
Okay. Been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, say no. Motion carries.
Just one more thing, Joe, make sure you work with your processor on this whole issue of the transfer of the liquor in the restaurant.
Will do. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Is there anyone else on for an escrow hearing today? All right, not seeing anyone. We do have a few extensions to consider today. The first is for RR0234347 KYB Holdings LLC.
Yes, this comes to us from Fort Wayne, Indiana. It did expire on February the 20th of 2026. It did obtain an extension that was from February 24th of 26 to May 24th of 26. They now have their paperwork completed with us. They're before the local board or they'll be considered at our next committee full commission meeting for consideration of renewal of the permit, and that's June the 2nd. I'm going to move that we grant a 90-day extension for RR0234347 KYB Holdings LLC.
I'll second that with comment.
Right. Is there any further discussion?
I would like to point out that these requests for extensions are a privilege. We are extending the normal process. But as a part of that, it seems to me that we have the right to expect full and complete disclosure and explanation of why the extension is necessary. In this particular case, the request has said one word, health, and nothing else. I don't know what that means. I don't know how long it's been ongoing. Certainly understand health issues. We've all had those. I've had my own serious health issues recently. So while I understand that, I would suggest that everyone listening and anyone communicating with others remind everyone that an extension is a privilege, but we expect that we can make those decisions on extensions with sufficient information that indicates that it is appropriate to do. In this case, I find totally unacceptable a one-word explanation of health or a one-word explanation of almost anything. I would like to know more in this case and others about what is the cause, when it started, when it looks like it will be resolved, and how it will be resolved so it doesn't happen again. That certainly doesn't apply to health issues. But I think a one-word request of something this significant is unacceptable. I approve the request, particularly since this is set for a local board hearing on June 2nd. But I would think that in a business sense, if you're asking for something, that you give enough explanation that people can make an informed decision. My lecture's over.
I don't disagree. I think when I looked, we'll be approving them at our next commission meeting, so by the time we got more information, we'd also just be approving the permit, so not that that makes it okay, but it makes it kind of moot at that point. Any further discussion? Not seeing any. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next item is RR 5036148 Lopez Bros LLC.
This comes to us from Plymouth, Indiana. It did expire on February the 18th of 2026. They did have a first extension from February 19th to May the 19th of 2026. Since that time, they have received a letter of authority from May 22nd to May 27th today. They did have a paperwork delivery issue with us. They don't have any violations. This is up for automatic renewal on June the 2nd of 2026, and I'm going to move that we grant a 90-day extension to RR 5036148 Lopez Bros LLC.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Not seeing any. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next item for discussion is RR 1037088 Morisco Sinaloa LLC.
Yes, this comes to us from Jeffersonville. It did expire February the 17th of 2026. It did have a first extension from February 18th, 2026 to May 18th. And it has to have a letter of authority from May 20th to today, May 27th. They don't have any violations. I will note that they need insurance. So since they've already had a first extension, they'll need to provide us with proof of insurance before we can, before they can get the second extension. And they need to have an inspection on their business too. So I'm going to move that we grant the 90-day extension conditional upon getting proof of insurance and for them to complete whatever final inspection needs to be done. And as soon as those get to us, then they have the 90-day extension. And that is for RR 1037088 Moriscos Sinaloa LLC.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. I did just receive a message that we have the certificate of insurance now.
Great.
Okay.
So still conditioned on the other item. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda, we are adding one extension. That's RR 4832291 Terry Burton and Deborah Bear. Can we take it by consent to add that to the agenda?
Consent.
All right, I will show that added to the agenda and open that for discussion.
Yes, this comes to us from Anderson. It did expire on March the 7th of this year. It had a first extension from March 24th to June the 5th of 26. They are before the local board on June the 10th. I will note that they have had two previous violations dealing both with drugs. The first one in 2016 for public nuisance drugs, and they also had some problems with type 2 gaming. And then the last one in 25, public nuisance for drugs, and that one was for marijuana. I'm going to ask for a corrective action plan. We don't like to see that drugs are in the location, and certainly not if they are being sold there. Definitely, that's definitely not permitted either. I would like to see corrective action plan addressing those violations and what they're doing to make sure they don't have these same repeated violations in the future. So get that to us before our next meeting on June 2nd. And I'm going to ask legal to send them the letter asking for that corrective action plan. Since their first extension does not expire until June 5th, they don't need a further extension at this time. So we'll consider the extension with the next meeting. And that is my motion to ask legal to send them the letter for the corrective action plan and to continue this to the June 2nd meeting. And that is for our 48-32291 Terry Burton and Deborah Bayer.
As a point of privilege, would you accept a friendly motion to that, to amend that? And consistent with my discussions earlier, this request for extension, which was filed on May 22nd, has a one-word reason for the extension: health.
Okay.
I would ask that as they are preparing a cap, that they modify the request for extension to explain what that means. There's just too much going on in this case, so a friendly motion that they amend the request for extension to further explain the reasons needed for the extension.
I modify my motion for that comment. Yes.
And I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Not seeing any other items on the agenda, I would entertain a motion to adjourn. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. We are adjourned.
I feel like Ben Franklin. Surly to bed, surly to